There's one country in Asia where pride doesn't come from politics, wealth, or power, it comes from something far more personal. In Malaysia, national pride isn't taught in classrooms or forced through slogans. It's felt in the heart of every citizen, in every smile that says, "This is home." From the kampungs to the cities, from Sabah to Penang, Malaysians carry a deep emotional connection to their land, one that outsiders often can't fully understand. It's not loud or boastful pride. It's quiet, grounded, and sincere. You can sense it in the way Malaysians talk about their country, with warmth and affection, even when they criticize it. It's the kind of love where you see the flaws but still choose to believe in its beauty. Ask any Malaysian living abroad, and they'll tell you, there's no feeling like stepping off the plane and hearing Bahasa Malaysia again, smelling the street food, and knowing, I'm home. But where did this deep love come from? To understand that, you have to look at Malaysia's history, a journey that wasn't easy. After gaining independence in 1957, Malaysia faced challenges that could have easily torn it apart. Ethnic tensions, economic struggles, and political uncertainty all threatened to divide a young nation still finding its identity. Many doubted it would survive. But Malaysia did more than survive, it thrived. The real miracle of Malaysia lies in how it turned diversity into strength. Malays, Chinese, Indians, Ibans, Kadazans, all different in culture, religion, and traditions, yet bound by one flag. Instead of letting differences divide them, Malaysians learned to coexist. They found unity not in sameness, but in acceptance. This balance didn't come overnight, it was built over decades, through mutual respect and shared experiences. If you walk through Kuala Lumpur today, you'll see a reflection of this harmony everywhere. Mosques, temples, and churches stand side by side. Street vendors sell nasi lemak next to char kway teow and roti canai. And during festivals, the streets burst into color, a living example of how diversity can be celebrated, not feared. That's one reason Malaysians are so proud, their country is living proof that unity is possible in a divided world. But it's not just about peace, it's about progress. When Malaysia began modernizing in the 1980s and 1990s, many thought it couldn't compete with its larger neighbors. Yet under the spirit of Malaysia Bold, Malaysia Can, the country transformed itself into one of Southeast Asia's most dynamic economies. From the Petronas Towers piercing the skyline to the highways connecting every corner of the nation, Malaysia showed that ambition doesn't belong only to the big powers. Malaysia Bold became more than a slogan, it became a mindset. It reminded every citizen that limitations were only temporary. Whether it was in sports, technology, or business, Malaysians began to believe they could stand on the world stage. And that belief became the heartbeat of a new Malaysia, one driven not by fear of failure, but by faith in its people. Every success story, from a small entrepreneur to a global athlete, echoed one message: Malaysians don't wait for opportunities, they create them. And that belief, that sense of shared possibility, deepened their pride even more. Because when you build something together, you love it more deeply. Pride also grew from Malaysia's spirit of resilience. The Asian financial crisis, political instability, and the pandemic all tested the nation's unity. But each time, Malaysians stood together. During floods, strangers offered shelter to strangers. During the lockdowns, food banks appeared overnight. It wasn't the government that defined the nation in those moments, it was the people. That's where Malaysia's real strength lies, in the kindness of its citizens. Every Malaysian knows that feeling, the unspoken connection when helping one another. It's in the way people call each other bro, sis, or boss, no matter who they are. It's the habit of saying la at the end of every sentence, something simple yet powerful that unites people across backgrounds. This shared culture of warmth makes Malaysians proud of not just their country, but of each other. When Malaysians go abroad, they carry that identity proudly. They introduce others to their food, their humor, their festivals, and yes, their endless love for teh tarik. They might adapt to new countries, but Malaysia never leaves them. That's why every time someone abroad hears, "Oh, you're Malaysian," their face lights up, because Malaysia's image is tied to friendliness, culture, and warmth. And that reputation didn't come from branding or campaigns, it came from everyday Malaysians being themselves, humble, generous, and proud without arrogance. The respect for balance, between modern cities and untouched jungles, shows how Malaysians value harmony not just among people, but with the earth itself. You can see it in their festivals, in their traditions, even in their daily lives. Whether it's preserving the forests, saving the seas, or teaching the next generation about sustainability, Malaysians understand that pride isn't about ownership, it's about stewardship. This quiet, grounded respect for land and life is what makes Malaysia feel complete. It's not just a country that has developed, it's a country that has grown without losing its soul. And that pride keeps growing with every new generation. The younger Malaysians, raised in a digital age, aren't just inheriting the country, they're redefining it. They're mixing tradition with innovation, faith with freedom, and culture with creativity. From tech startups in Cyberjaya to indie artists in Penang, this new wave is proving that Malaysian pride isn't stuck in the past, it's evolving, stronger than ever. They wear their batik with sneakers, speak in 3 languages in 1 sentence, and dream global while staying deeply local. It's that mix, modern yet rooted, that makes Malaysia truly stand out in today's world. Even when faced with global challenges, Malaysians hold on to what makes them unique. Their pride isn't shaken by comparison or competition. Instead, it's driven by a quiet belief that success doesn't always need to be loud. You can build greatness in your own way, on your own time, with your own values, and still shine. That's what Malaysia represents to its people, the freedom to be different, and the confidence to be themselves. And as this pride continues to grow, so does Malaysia's presence in the world. Tourists come not only for the beaches or skyscrapers, but for the people, the warmth, the smiles, the sense of belonging that you can feel the moment you arrive. It's why those who visit once often come back again. Because Malaysia doesn't just welcome you, it embraces you. And that's something Malaysians hold with immense pride.